Hello again. Well, you've been paying any attention to what's going on with the VA hospitals? It started off with Arizona and it's moved across the country. Don't have any idea of how many people ended up dying because they were neglected proper attention. This is our military. These are the folks that put their lives on the line to protect our liberty. Now, if you want to get an idea as to what Obamacare is going to be like, well, actually it won't be Obamacare because that's going to be going away real soon. If you want to get an idea what single payer is going to be like, just take a look at the VA system. It's all controlled and run by the government. Completely controlled and run by the government. The problem between private industry and government-controlled businesses is that they don't function. The government businesses don't function because there's no accountability. They don't have to earn money to stay in business. None of them do. There's not one government office that has to generate revenue to remain in business. What they do is they put their hand out and they receive money from the federal government. Businesses don't function that way. When a business doesn't provide services that the populace needs, they go out of business. When the government provides services, they remain in business, irrespective how inefficient or ineffective those businesses are. There's no doubt that what you're looking at with the VA is a snapshot into single payer. Absolutely no doubt. Look at the post office. Look at any large government facility. Look at the FBI. They go conduct an investigation on the IRS and they conclude there was no wrongdoing when they didn't talk to one of the 285 injured groups. Not one was spoken to. Could a private business remain in operation if that's how they functioned? The answer is no. Once again, if you want to see what the future is for this country, or whatever is left of this country, once single payer has taken hold, look at the VA. The system doesn't work. When you think about it, it makes no sense anyway. Why not just allow veterans to go to any doctor, like a Medicare patient? What's the difference? They just want to control the outcome. They want to control the entire environment. And whenever they try to control, what happens? Nothing that benefits the American people. Will anybody be held accountable as to what took place with the VA? I don't know. I don't really care. I care about the VA. I don't care if anyone's held accountable because, again, the system doesn't work. It's proven itself not to work. The people that were fudging these numbers were doing it so they could continue to receive their bonuses. They could continue to receive their raises. And people died. What do you think is going to happen when it goes to single payer? And there's an influx of people needing to see physicians. We already know what happens. In Canada, you go to the doctor and you finally get to see one. You need a serious operation. You're on a waiting list. In England, they have a similar kind of socialized system. You're on a waiting list. And if they don't get to you, you're going to die. And what do we know about a lot of these illnesses? The longer they're allowed to continue without being treated, the less likely the patient will survive. The VA is a perfect example. Wake up, folks. Obamacare doesn't work. It was never intended to work. And single payer doesn't work for a country that knows how to look after most of its people. And if Obama was really concerned about the 2 million people that didn't have insurance, he didn't have to screw it up for the 322 million people, did he? But it's all part of the design to destroy the American way of life. That, my friends, is what he's doing. That, my friends, is what he's going to continue to do as long as he's remained or allowed to remain in power. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't see him going anywhere. Do you?